Hey, what's going on, guys? Mark here. I just finished a cool session that ended up being a private coaching session with my man Loan, who is building his SMMA down in France. So he had a lot of great questions regarding finding his first few clients, scaling up, niching down, choosing the automotive space versus other spaces, service spaces. Lots of great questions. We also talk about content and YouTube towards the end. So let me know what you think in the comments and check the links in description. So let's jump to the video. I'll see you on the next one.
I don't know if you remember, but I was supposed to close the deal the following day after the meeting. He doesn't have the budget, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I was supposed to close him for like 2.5. It was like a bunch of things, like not only posting on social media. It was like some Google ads, Facebook ads. I mean, a very big pack. So the price was justified. He didn't have the budget, so he told me he has about 250 euros monthly that he can put on marketing.
Whoa.
And
Okay.
that's very short. That's short.
Yeah. Well, whenever this happens, like since there's too low of a budget, I always ask them, you know what, better not do anything at this point because, what's your expectation if you put up front like 250 in your old business? Like how many, like, don't tell me, but how much money are you doing every year?
Yeah.
Are you making, right? And what's the percentage of the whole thing is that 250. So this is pretty much the kind of impact it's going to have if you invest right now.
Yeah.
Something tells me you're not like a believer of digital marketing, and then you can proceed to ask more questions about how they shop and how they've been, looking around and try to uncover a little bit more about why like there's 250 to invest. Like you can't do anything with this. Barely go to the restaurant.
Sorry?
You could barely go to the restaurant. So
you can go to a luxury.
I mean,
he told me about he had an experience with an agency, like it's those weird agencies where they only use bots and AI to create content. Like every piece of content, every post is planned and created with AI. And he said a company, an agency reached out to him. I don't know if it was months or years ago, to create posts on Instagram and Facebook every day, basically, using keywords that the AI was going to take somewhere else, and they were offering something around 150 to 100 euros per month, which is very, very low.
It has to be automated at this point. It's good. It's like basically you can do this, but the most likely it's gonna be like content that you're gonna see in many places because they won't be creating like new content for each one, or if they are, it's it has to be really low value in terms of SEO and actual like the content, how engaging it is. No, there's no free lunch. I mean, you have to make things right if you want to have some results, and it's better than nothing. But
it's fair. Yeah, what I was thinking is that I just took a step back and I was like, I'm just getting started into SMMA. What if I humble myself and take the deal and show him how I could help him in his business? I have more like a salesman approach. I have to earn the money I want to make and make him money first and see how valuable I can be to his business. And then right now, discuss the contract. I think I might just get.
That's one approach. If you're willing to do it, if you really want to hustle, that's at least you get a contact with them and you see, you could tell them, you're not going to have like, it's going to be hard to have an impact, but I'm willing to try, I'm just looking to get more clients right now. I'll continue looking while I'm doing that, but I want to help you with whatever you have. If you really take this approach, it's fine too. Like, I'm not saying like it's crazy. But you have to take a deal with these guys to say, so let's say you get in, like we get a sale or 2 sales done with this, somehow you save 100% of that money and you reinvest in marketing the next month. Until we get to about like 1,500 or 1,200, like to 2,500. And our risk is, much lower on that front. And you'll be, you'll be in the weeds in a way, just working the deals. Really, it's going to be a great way to learn, if it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna have to hustle a bit more than if I was just sitting on 2.5K. I mean, I'm gonna do way less work, obviously. I don't even
Yeah.
because I still want to show him that it's possible. So,
Well, at that point, it might not make sense in terms of like scaling a business. I don't want you to do that in 2 years from now when you have a lot of clients because it's not going to be viable. But for now, it kind of makes sense. So you can test a bunch of things. You could do like 10 different creatives, like take the leads, call the leads, go really above and beyond just for your own education.
yeah,
Because this is going to help you for months and years to come. Because whenever you have conversation with a new dealership or a prospect in the future, you can tell that story. So when I started, we only had that. Can you imagine that? Then I went, I did this and this and this and figured out, this didn't work, this worked, and you're gonna be like seen as an expert much quicker this way. Even if it sucks on the short term,
yeah.
it
That's
could be
that's
fun
how
too.
it.
So it's
How it
fun.
yeah, yeah. That's
I
how it
just to give
goes.
you an idea, I just launched a like a subprime like alternative auto credit program for a client of mine, and I've been answering a bit of the conversations going on with the new leads because it's like it's kind of a lead generation and then it's a live chat. And
Did you? Sorry, I think I've seen this now. Is it like a? Is it a platform or something? No, or is it?
no,
It's not. It's just for a
well,
specific client.
yeah,
Okay.
well that's for like an independent car dealership. That's a specific program for a specific
Oh,
client.
okay.
And I've just been having fun, chatting with these people a little bit because sometimes they really need help. Sometimes they're just crazy, just really funny, like the things they'll tell
Which,
whoever they think they're speaking to.
hold on. Which type of the? You mean the clients or the prospect?
The end user, like the customers, the car buyers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're just fun. Like even if it doesn't make sense on a scalable or like if you want to really scale a business to do that once in a while just to man the chat I like it's called just playing the game can
It's
it
the.
really help improve whatever's in place.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
just
How
just fun.
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the this what you just talked about. What was the word you used? The program. The program.
Yep.
Is it something that you create and implement in their business, or
Yep.
okay, just
Yeah,
to
it's much like
automate?
a recipe. I can tell them whatever, like these are the clients we're serving right now. Size of budget, size of market they're in, whatever like is their specialty. Because some might be new car, used car, finance, and then you can even like niche down again. Could be finance for really specific things or like general. Um, and then I come in with, the whole ad strategy, the whole like ad sets pretty much ready. Um, like the chatbots, the funnels, all that kind of thing. Because I just built it over time with other clients. So after that, I can not copy and paste because I
Yeah.
wish, but it's a lot easier and a lot faster to deliver this way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like I had a question about niches. Actually,
Yeah.
I just thought about this before the call. Like, from your experience, do you have? I don't know if it's a question I could ask, but from your experience, what was the when you started the niche that you chose for? I mean, did you change or do you have one niche that they have a good budget, for example, or it's better than other, or is it just about you experiencing? You have an
It
idea.
depends. It depends. In terms of volume of like the addressable market, new car dealerships is good because there's a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
In terms of simplicity and return on investment, I really like the subprime and auto loan niche
Sorry.
because like the auto loans, people looking for finance first and then the car second.
Okay. Oh,
Might
that's
might be a little bit different in your
yeah. But
where you're from. but it would be a good question to ask because some people are like have bad credit, so their main concern is really, am I able to afford a car? And then with whatever they can afford, like monthly, they'll choose a car. So there are specific like used car centers that treat with these type of customers. There's way less than franchise dealerships, but what I like about it is that it's this like constant flow. There's a lot of people in the market. Sadly, the economy is helping adding more of these buyers in the market, and um, it's easier to manage because you don't have to manage new offers, new models, and whatever is attached to that. Like whereas franchise dealerships, they'll change programs every month. On the credit side, it's pretty much the same. Like you're just generating a new lead every single time. So, but there's much less of these guys, and you have really to dig in a little deeper to find these guys who are investing in these type of programs. So it's a little bit different. Yeah. So you could look into that if that's something that's being done, you know, in your area. I'm not sure, honestly.
Usually, from what you said, I don't know if you remember, I talked about a dealership I'm working with. It's called BHD Auto, the blue. I don't know if you remember, but they offer. It's called LOA, and it's basically a finance. I mean, they help you finance your car, but it's inside the dealership. So you're talking about something that's outside, right?
Not really. No, it's just the like to. How can I explain this easily? Instead of having a lead sent to the sales team for new or used cars, it's a lead that's sent to the finance manager or the office manager. Whereas, like, it's the finance and insurance guy or girl that handles those leads, and then their goal is to get these people approved on a specific monthly budget regarding to their situation, and then they can see, okay, so let's choose a vehicle for you within our inventory.
Okay, so that's the step forward.
Yeah, because usually the people will come in, look at it, look at a car, test drive it, and see whatever kind of numbers they can get from the salespeople, and then they'll say, okay, now we're going to get you approved on the loan to make sure you can actually buy this car. So let's get you in the finance office. And then these guys will, depending on where you are, will, help you with finance, but also try to sell you other like products to increase overall profit for the vehicle. And, this is the common track. What we're talking here is, upside down. So it's finance first and then vehicle. So.
And from your experience, this works better, or like
it works. It's just you have to find a dealership that's doing it already this way.
Okay.
Otherwise, if they're tempted to do it and it's their first time, it's a little bit harder. It's a shift of mentality inside the dealership.
Okay.
So they have to be willing, but usually gross profit is really good on with these strategies.
That's actually a very good point, because here in France everything is slow. If I can manage to, I don't know, if one client I find doing the normal track, if I can find a way to not help him, but have a little bit of twist and start financing first and see if it works in France, this could be very interesting. Or find
because I'm sure there's people or there's dealerships that are doing that already. Targeting people looking for finance first and then, choosing a car. Usually it's used cars. It's not new because there's it's overall more for affordability is better usually, but I'm sure you can find one of these for sure. Yeah, at least one of these. It's just that I don't know the market, so I'm not sure, but there has to be at least one. But my guess is there's a lot of them.
If I search, I'm sure I will find some. I was like, how did I never see this before?
But you can reverse engineer this thing. You could just go on Google or whatever search engine and go and search for auto credit for like car, like auto loans, bad credit auto loans and the equivalent in French, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you'll find whoever's advertising, and these guys advertising, that's what they're doing.
Okay. That's a very, very valuable point right now. Okay.
Yeah, that would be the right approach.
Okay. And do you have I don't like to say this, but do you have a take on all the dental practice niche, all the service, product is car dealership service type business?
Yeah.
Have you ever worked with?
I don't like, I guess it's a niche like any other one. What I like to do is like focus on one.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you pick, it's good. It's just to make sure that you learn how this industry works, but because every industry has their own ways of doing things,
Mm-hmm.
Sales cycles and, vocab too. So you have to speak the language. If you're all like, you're spread out through 8 industries, it's going to be harder to scale too. Much like in cars, with dealerships, if you want to attack dealerships, I suggest you go for one brand in one country first, so you can scale and duplicate a little bit faster, because like every brand is different.
Yeah, that's true.
And so if you do go in multiple niches at once, it's gonna be even harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't really have specific questions. I don't know if you have any type of valuable knowledge I could take right now, but I'll take anything. I don't really have a precise questions at the moment.
It's all good. It's this is why, like, this time I changed the time, so for the next ones we should be good in terms of like the calendar, so it should be okay.
Yeah, because it's gonna switch back this week. Yeah, in a couple of days. I don't know if you know you're gonna change your hours gonna
daylight savings. Yeah, we did already three weeks ago. I think it was 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that was a time when we.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why. No, maybe not 3 weeks ago. Time goes fast. Anyway, that's why like my event was not at the right time. So I guess a lot of people showed up, and even this one, I'm gonna have to repost in the channel again.
Someone came, but then he left.
Yeah, I know, but not sure. Not sure. So yeah,
I'm lucky.
Do you have any? I wanted to ask, because I wanted to post one more video. Do you have any anything against me posting this video on YouTube?
No. Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, cool.
I'd love to, even so I can download it easily.
Yeah. You're gonna be on YouTube then. So it's I've just been so busy like working with my platform. I haven't been posting recently, and it's so bad. I shouldn't do that. So
sometimes I see some posts on Instagram. It's crazy because every time you post on Instagram, well, it's like 2 minutes ago, and then I'm the first seeing it.
Yeah, well, I have no one on Instagram like following me, and it's pretty much my fault because I barely post. I don't.
And you know something I realized is that I'm not gonna. It's fine if you don't sell it, but your approach is very different than what people like to hear about SMMA. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know.
From what I've seen a lot of people selling. It's not selling coaches. It's just that the get rich quick scheme. You don't really do this, so that's why people don't really like.
No.
In our church.
No, I guess it's less clickbaity.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I know if I wanted to have more views, this is what I do. I know it. It's just a choice at this point. But I just put myself in my own shoes when I was like 18, 20, or 25 building a business. Mm-hmm. What kind of content would I like to, consume? And it's a real deal. For sure, you can get rich quick, right? You can hit a home run, go viral, everything. But you're like, the odds are still stacked against you. If you want to build it like a sustainable business that works, that's going to be, working 5 years from now, you could sell at some point. There's ways to do it. Like there's some guys out there doing really, really well. And I can tell you they made it. and other guys were just like rehashing some like things that other people said and just like making it look like they are doing the thing, but they're not. So, and you could spot these fakes pretty well if you're in the industry.
Okay.
That's too bad because
one day I'll see it.
I don't know. That's how it is.
That's a way better choice.
Yeah. Like, of course, if I like, even with some thumbnails or some videos, I went a little bit more clickbaity, but I don't know. I don't enjoy it so much. I just want to tell it like how it is. And like, like truth is you're going to fail more than you're going to succeed, but this is part of the fun, right? It sucks at the moment, like in the moment, but after that, you kind of got to learn and get better. And you learn to trust your instinct, your gut feel as well. You make better decision, and then you serve your clients, and it's fun. You know, it's just about enjoying the process and not going after the Lambo. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, after that, I mean, if people want to do that, that's fine. But I don't know. It's not my jam so much.
But it's still a lot of. I mean, the content is valuable, 100%. So people don't like. I mean, when it's not clickbait.
Well, you know, you could see those people, like there's actually great content online, but they're making it like super big just to get more views, and that's fine. That's how the game is played. But I guess it's a choice. I don't know. I don't want to make believe you can do $1 million in a month in this game. Like, if I knew how to do it, I'd do it myself. Because at some point there's things you can't do, and I've been working with a lot of really, really good business people, and you know, it's not as easy as people like to say it is. So.
Okay. Is it supposed to be 30 minutes for you, right? Because you have to.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go for 30 minutes because I have a sales meeting with my sales team a little bit later, and I gotta get some things done for them. Just like a different project we're doing right now.
Okay.
Just make sure I get some time for that. So I'll jump, but I'll upload this video. And
are you gonna do some? You said you're posting on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Once we're done, I'm gonna be able to take it out and re-upload it. It's gonna be uploaded by the end of the day, I guess.
Okay, I was wondering when I could watch it again.
Yeah, for sure. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to share it, like whatever, it's good.
You mean right now about SMMA, right? Or you mean YouTube? Questions about the SMMA or what about YouTube or?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You said if I have any questions, I just didn't.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. YouTube, like questions about the video itself, like the content we discussed. Maybe you rewatch it and you say, should have asked. You know, just let me know. All good.
No, it should be all right. It should be good.
So let me know if you have questions about YouTube. I'm not a pro, but I guess and maybe I can help too. So that's fine. Still learning that thing. YouTube is like it's a different beast. It's fun. It's harder. It's hard. Again, it's hard. A lot of people will try to make you believe you can hit like 1 million subscribers in a year. Some do, but you have to have this perfect combinations of many things: the it factor, the niche, and then you look at people at 1 million or 100 million, like 100,000 followers. It's still in this position. It would still be hard to make like a business out of this. So it's crazy. It depends on your niche. I don't even expect to have 100K at some point because maybe if I do good, but there's less people in my addressable market. So
I believe if you post Lamborghinis and stuff, you will 100% get to 100K.
Sure. But what kind of business am I building? Like, I'm in a software niche for B2B car dealerships. Yeah. So it's cool for the numbers, but at the end of the day, it's not the right market I'm trying to attract, right? So like I'm mainly using YouTube as you could call it a support, I guess. It's an acquisition channel for sure, but it's brought me, for the courses and everything. That's good. But it's also cool to to have the opportunity to learn about new people and meet new people just like yourself. And also, I've been just using the platform just to send people or to host videos and send people to some landing pages, things I'm doing outside of YouTube marketing. So that works in multiple ways, and it gives you trust as well, and status in a way, just by the nature of it. So it's pretty interesting, but it's a game and it's tough. It's not natural for me, but it's rewarding though. It's cool.
All right. Okay. Do you plan on doing a podcast soon?
Yeah, but I want to do it. Like I did it in the past. It was great. But
does the content that you were used to post on Instagram also, right? Or is it another content?
Like it's older content. If you go on if you go on YouTube on my channel, you'll see it under podcast, I think, or like in the older videos. It was the Autobahn Academy podcast at first. I'm rebranding the whole thing around my new product since last year. But I just want to make sure I get the product, at a certain scale before I switch to podcast, because doing the podcast is good. It looks on the surface easy to manage, but it takes a lot of time if you want to do it right. Or you got to hire some people to help you. But I want to make sure I'm 100% focused whenever I do this. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I got a ton of content I can cut and use. I got hours of content I just didn't upload or anything. So my like the guy was that was helping me for editing video is now on the sales team, so it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can help with videos.
Well, I'd be open to chat about it for sure. It's it's just a matter of like going through the content, identifying whatever's like relevant, because I'm in the space. But we should talk about it for sure.
Yeah.
This is what's cool about this, is that content has brought me like conversations like this that could lead to or led to like bigger partnerships. Some people are now reselling a couple of my tools, in their own markets. Just people working like part-time or full-time now. It's pretty awesome for this. And this is 100% because of content, which, wouldn't be possible for sure.
Everything's about content right now.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So I suggest you do it at some point on your end as well, in your market, just to gain some confidence, experience, and status. Because
you mean talking about let's say the progress or the steps I'm taking, all of this?
Yeah.
I was genuinely thinking about this.
Yeah, you should. I know it's tough. Maybe it's not tough for you, but if you think this is like kind of hard to do, or because you're shy or you don't know where to start, like I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna matter for sure, because at the beginning, no one watches it anyway. So just keep going like this, and by the time someone watches your 30, 50 videos in, you're much more comfortable, and then people just will reach out to you and say, "Wow, I can't believe you're doing this. This is amazing." Blah blah blah. It's funny how this works.
I know you're about to go. I just have two last questions. One is about what you just said about content. The big question is, should I go for English or French if I do this? Because I know the market is bigger in English, but France is where I live, and French is my language.
Well, France is big enough. I chose to focus on the English side for many reasons, just because where I am, like really only French speaking people are, it's not the population of France, right? I think in your case, I would go France, like French. Like you can think about it, but because your addressable market is really solid to have like a big business. So like if it's easier for you, you have like a great English, that's for sure. But if it's easier for you, you could just go French first. But I find being like doing everything in two languages adds up like a whole layer of work, or much more work than necessary, especially in the beginning when you have low resources.
Yeah, that's yeah. So big.
So like you could flip a coin, I guess, or just go for one, but don't like the only thing I'm saying is don't do like both at the same time. That would be that would be much harder for sure. Not impossible, but at least try to help yourself.
Okay.
Stack the odds in your favor. That's what I'm saying.
I won't go for Spanish. So I mean, I think yeah, you got the answer. I might just stick with French, and even using TikTok, so should be very useful talking to French people. The last question was about the platform that you use. So later, it's like a project I'll have later on down the line. I mean, could be close. I just don't feel like I have the experience on everything: marketing, sales, ads, just building a company. I don't have all the foundations.
Yep.
The platform you've built, how did you? Sorry, who did you reach out to build that kind of platform? Sorry.
Well, there's a few like SaaS or services you could use for this already. That's all that are on the market, like e-learning platforms. There's a handful of them. Much more than much more now than when I started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but if I was to start today,
yeah.
I do like some things differently. I would just go and do everything on YouTube 100% free for a while instead of the opposite. This is one major mistake I did. Like hiding content behind a paywall with no audience. Going for an audience first and then sell something would be a smarter move.
Okay.
So what I do today, if I started with zero, I would just go and use YouTube as my e-learning platform. People could run into you and just watch your videos, and then you can help them move further down in the funnel after that. But if you have like a traffic with a lot of content with zero traffic, like I did in the first month, it really sucks.
It's complicated. Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't work. It's an island with no bridge. So
yeah,
you could have the greatest hotel if no one can reach it. Can't sell any rooms.
Great way of picturing it.
Yeah. That's how it is. Learn the hard way.
With a 250 euro contract.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Okay. Thank you again for your time. I mean, all the knowledge you gave me.
Glad I can help. I'll see you in a couple of weeks and on YouTube as well. So
yeah. Is it next week, right? The next meeting?
I don't know. Think so. I think so. I think I jumped. Give me a sec. Like usually in a normal setting it would be every 2 weeks. Yeah. Like next Monday I can't because I'm going to be out of the office. Next is going to be the 8th of April.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I got time. Okay, 2 weeks.
You got time to make a couple of videos on YouTube.
if I post it.
Like create your channel so I can at least tag you.
I do have one. I used to, I don't know if you have time, but I used to make videos back in the day. I used to go in the street and ask questions to people or make pranks and jokes, but I stopped everything because I like to.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that was fun back in the day, like 5 years ago. But everything is better when you just work on your SMMA and no one knows. That's better.
Yeah. I'll have to go. So let's talk again in 2 weeks. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Thank you, Lowen.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good day and good meeting later.
Thanks. You too.
Bye-bye.
So I hope this was some value to you. If you liked it, just drop a like and share to whoever is your partner or whoever might be interested in new SMMA techniques. Great questions about content creation, starting your business, niching down and niching down again with Loan. So let me know what you thought in the comments. As always, let me know if you have any feedback, negative, positive, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.